Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is the second episode of the CollabTown project, part of Group 3, and I am finally going to start my university. So, off camera, I went ahead and removed all of the trees that were in this area, as well as the university buildings. I also de-zoned a couple areas, so if we take a look here, everything in here I de-zoned because I want to try and make a lot of this the university area. So let's go ahead and check our campus markings. I'm just going to clean this up a little bit. Oops. So basically my goal today is to create a university based on the University of New Hampshire. I find the University of New Hampshire quite gorgeous. I think it interacts really well with the town around it, and I kind of want to make this a centerpiece of this part of the map. And as you can tell, we really need some university capacity, especially after I moved the a couple of the university buildings. As far as the name goes, I think we'll probably name it after we name the town, or name the city, so it'll be University of, city name. So let's name it future city name. Alright. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually upgrade the roads around here. So I was looking earlier, and we don't really have a collector really at all. We have this arterial running over here, the highway, right? But then we just have a ton of local roads coming off. We have a little bit of a collector here running down the main area. And then we have this 3-lane arterial here, and then it immediately dumps into a local road. So I was kind of looking at what was functioning as a collector, what I think the collector would be around this side of town. And I think definitely running around the outside of campus and then calling this, let's say, Main Street. So while another episode I'll probably go through, or someone will go through an update, because you can see we have this collector here. We'll update the roads. I think I'm just going to update the ones in the university area. Oh, that's nice. I didn't realize they had an industrial tab. How nice. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is actually go ahead and set up some semblance of a tram system. 4-lane, 2-way road without parking. Perfect. Without parking spaces. I want to set up a tram system for the students. Ooh, look at that road. Let's see. Ooh, I like that. I like that a lot. I think that having a tram set up for the students will be a really nice way to get around, and our good first start of public transportation, because I don't think we actually have... No, we have no public transit in the city, so this will be our first one. And this is kind of an interesting block right here, but I don't want to get rid of it. So instead, I'm going to run the tram there. So let's set up one loop on this side. And I'll set up one loop here, run it kind of by the elementary school. There. And all the way around. So there, we got our 2 loops set up for our tram system. And I'm thinking that like this medical clinic, this fire department, and the crematorium will probably go when I start building. But for now, they can stay put. So let's go ahead and take a look at our topography first. It's pretty flat. I actually really like how flat it is. But what I might do is just use Move It to flatten all of this out. So I'm just like that node. And I'm just going to kind of make this. I'm going to Control H and bring that up. So let's go ahead and look at the topography view. Yeah, I'm just going to kind of cheat a little bit and really make a nice flat pad. And I can deal with the grading issues that might come later with that. Oops, I missed a node there. That's going to be my one concern, is going to be this kind of grading issue. Yeah, I'm going to have to probably fix that. So I'm going to go and I'm going to level this all out. And I will be back once I'm done with that. Alright, so I went ahead and leveled the entire pad. More or less, except for this one little spot right there. So I'm going to smooth that out. So I went ahead and leveled it all, and I also did some grade evening out of these. So hopefully as things build back up, it's not going to look quite as funky. But again, that's what happens when you build on a slope. You end up with some very odd, like apparently that, you know, that's going to get fixed. So we're going to take our network multi-tool and go ahead and just, yeah, 30% grade? No. So I'm actually just going to... Ooh. Yeah, I mean, okay. I suppose 51% grade. Yeah, let's not have that. Yeah, we're gonna need to apologize to some people as I'm burying them in a hole, but you know, where there needs to be a university, I guess I'm just taking a significant amount of people's land away. Well, hopefully some of these houses will rebuild and they won't be in such a hole. And I don't really want to go through and start deleting homes. I don't even want to look at how bad those are. Okay, well anyway. So in the university, I am going to make most of my local roads bike lanes. When I was in college, we biked pretty much everywhere. I mean, that was our main way of transportation if you weren't taking any of the public transit or walking. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to lay out my road network. And I want to give a couple areas some of their own little separate spots, right? I want the dormitories to kind of be over to a side. I want the main university building to be a major attraction. So let's go ahead. I'm going to close the zoning adjuster. Let's move that off to the side. Perfect. So let's go ahead and start. So if this is our main tram network, I'm actually going to go ahead. Yeah, so I kind of want it 90 degrees off of... I want it 90 degrees off that road. What if I just turn on angle? There's 45, 61. So what if we... Okay, that's pretty close. It's actually really close. You know what I might do instead? Let's start by placing our main university building, and then we can kind of build some things around that. So I'm going to go with... I think the university campus has the most similarities to what at least I think of when I think of East Coast schools. So where's my main university building? So my university administration building. Where do I want that? Oh, my cat just came and tried to take down my entire computer screen. Hi, baby. So if I'm going to place a building... Oh, wow. I forget how big some of these buildings are. Oh, where's my highway? So my highway's over there. So I'm thinking I kind of want it here. So I'm going to pause the game really quick. I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to place it on... I'll place it on a tree-lined street. So let's run... I'm going to continue as if it were that. We're going to do 90 and 90. So... I probably put that a little too far back. Let me move this forward a little bit. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to place my main university building. Delete that. There. How do I feel about that? I guess it just kind of depends where I want the rest of my services to be, right? We are kind of creating our own grid here. So, what would happen? Okay. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and move this. I'm just gonna play with some roads here and see what I can come up with. Very nice. It's not necessarily in the middle of this, so I'm gonna select... Let's select that. That looks about centered in that road, doesn't it? I think so. Maybe one more? Yeah, one more. Okay. Well, that looks really nice. Sorry, I'm gonna hit play again. And let's start putting in some of our university buildings. So we have the administration building, which we put in, dormitory, study hall, groundskeeping. So we could have a nice study area out front. Ooh, the university fountain. Tiny little academic statue. I'd like lots of green space around here. So let's start with the fountain. There it went. So let's try and line up this fountain right with the center. Very nice. Okay. That's almost centered. There we go. That's at least centered with the... is it centered? Am I going crazy? That's close enough. Close enough. Alright. So, things that we need to really make sure we put in here. School of Science, School of Medicine, School of Law, Chess Club. Let's start with putting some nice dorms in. So, over here, I'm gonna run main bike road. I'm gonna run a main bike road off of, let's see. The first thing I kind of want to do is I want to connect those two roads right there. So off of that road is where I'm thinking I'm going to run some university path. So I'm going to kind of I'm making a little bit different of a university. It's not nearly as gridded as I normally would have my universities, but I'm thinking that being able to have some more interesting pathways and things that I can really try something new might be interesting here. So, kind of maybe create a loop. A little bit that we can put some amenities in. Okay, let's give this a shot, shall we? And we can run some nice paths and stuff around it. I'm going to take my traffic, get that there. I'm just going to make it just a little bit more rounded. Okay, so let's go ahead and put in some dormitories. How many do you think let's see, we have a lot of eligible students. And while not all eligible students will live on campus, it might be nice to include some. So I'm thinking I'm going to put one or two kind of on this loop. Then put a third one. Wow, these are really nice dorms. Okay, and then kind of bothers me that those aren't. There we go. And then we can put a nice little, oops, that's a park. I want the campus. Let's see what we can put in the middle here. There's University Fountain, Futsal Club, Outdoor Study. Well, that'll be kind of nice to put maybe kind of down around some of the other buildings. I'm not necessarily afraid to take some of this other land away. I do want to leave the elementary school here, but I might take some of this land over here, maybe a little bit right over here, and incorporate that into the college. But we will see as I keep going. So let's go ahead. Where's the cafeteria? Can I give him a cafeteria over here? Gymnasium, cafeteria. That would be kind of nice. Kind of at the end right there. What about over here? Don't want it in the middle. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and run a path. Let's turn off all of our guides. I'm going to kind of take a... Oops. Oops. Kind of take a free-form path and connect it right up to that intersection. Nice. Okay, so if I put the cafeteria, maybe... I just had it. Gymnasium, cafeteria. Maybe put the cafeteria down over here. Right here. See what it looks like right there. About right here. That's not too bad. I don't know that I want everything facing that direction, so I kind of like the idea of putting it kind of there. And maybe put one more amenity right there. What if I put a nice little park? Let's see. Community garden. Dog park. Small playground. No. Park with trees. That's huge. Let's see. See what buildings I have in here. Auditorium, no. Those are all going to be really big. Chess club, maybe. Media lab, also big. Bookstore, also big. Laboratory is huge. Again with the auditorium. Put a statue over there, that'd be okay. Commencement's office should go with some of the other stuff. Cafeteria, gym. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna put kind of a... maybe a club over here. So I'll put the futsal club over by wherever the sports and things are gonna go. But let's go ahead and just give them a nice academic statue. Somewhere they can go and study with a little bit of outdoor green space. Hey, that's pretty nice. Maybe he's the founder of this section of the university. Alright, I returned on my day-night cycle. Alright, so in the center here, it would be nice instead of students having to walk around, because they're going to use this anyway as a pathway. So I'm going to add... I'm actually going to go ahead and add the crosswalks first. So I'm going to put a custom there and do... I guess it's wanting a double crosswalk. Can I change that to just one? No, double crosswalk's fine. And a crossing there. I think the double kind of looks weird if it's not double on both sides. So let's go ahead and do it on both sides. Okay. So then let's run our pathway across. Yeah, I just know, I don't remember what the name of the type of paths are, but basically people aren't always going to use the path that's given. And so being able to provide some paths across may stop pedestrians from cutting across where there is no intersection, and, you know, causing issues. Do I want this to be a one-way loop? Do I have any one-way bike paths? I do. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually make this a nice one-way loop. And I will do some detailing at the very end. So for now, I'm just going to add the pathways. I am going to add one additional crossing there. Oh, look at that. Custom. You know what? Undo. Oh, alright. Yeah, I'm just gonna make that a double crossing. I guess we're just gonna end up with... Oh, look, I can turn off... Okay, so that's not too bad. So I can actually turn off one of the markings. Question is, which marking? And how awkward does that make that look? Drag corner to offset. I'm still learning the node controller tool. Okay, that's not too bad. I wish I had my lane marking tool, because then I could make that a nice thing there. I'm also going to go ahead and actually just turn off these markings as well. Wait. Okay, that's not horrible. So this is a little interesting part of town. And then I'm actually going to go ahead and probably... I want to make sure I run a path here. Okay, I'm going to leave that for now, and I'm going to continue working on the administration area. All right. Wow, look at just the sheer amount of pedestrians and bicyclists. That is neat. How many students do we have at our university so far? Holy cow, 565. Nice. While I have this open, I'm going to look at the policies. So, students are provided with free healthcare by the campus, free lunch, increases student happiness, visiting scholars, universal education. While we're making a lot of money, I don't know that we're making enough money right now to offer universal education. So, no discovery. I'm going to bump this up for now. Get some academic staff. So right now we have a 42% chance. Thank you. So right now we have a 42% chance to create an academic work. And policies... Student happiness. Visiting scholars. I'm going to leave these for now, but if we start having issues making the works, I'm going to give them the visiting scholars. But for now, I'm going to leave it as is. Okay. So we have a really interesting road network going on right here. So right now, our main movements are this direction. You know what I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to put a dedicated turning lanes. I saw, yeah, here we go, asymmetrical road. There we go. So that's a little funky right there, and I'm going to use my node controller tool. Bend, nope. Stretch, no. Crossing? Okay. I thought I could turn one of those off. Markings, no. Yeah, but then that just looks weird. So let's see. Middle. Yeah, that's just going to look kind of odd if I don't have crossings in there. And that looks odd too. Alright, so let's go ahead and put the crossing back in there and just call it a day. Okay, I'm also going to make a path connection here. Basically, anywhere that a road ends, I like to have a path connection to get from one place to another. So these students, if they're, let's say, biking down this way, can just continue and jump on a tram stop. And we'll add our tram stops in a little bit, because I also need to add a tram depot. So let's continue. So we have all of our university buildings. We have a nice little student area. And I'll continue that pathway in a little bit. I'm just trying to decide where else I would like some dormitories. I mean, we're running really low on space already here. And this is, I mean, not even any of our education buildings. So what I think I might do is run another... I might run a couple small roads here, and let's see what I can get out of this. Okay, I'm happy with 4 dorms, and I'm happy with them kind of being almost like this is like an undergraduate area, right? Your four main student housings are going to be over there. Also, that's bothering me that that's not in the middle, so we're just going to slide that over a bit. Weird things that bother me. On this episode of Weird Things That Bother Raid Kitty, it's football-shaped roads not lining up. Okay. So if I have the university cafeteria, I think it's okay on its own road. I do want to move this statue somewhere, though. Ooh, academic year report. Oh, we did get both academic works, which means we went up from unrecognized to recognized. We have a total population of 631. Okay, what did we get? Through the advancements of hematology, patients receive the results from laboratory tests instantly. Chirp or not to chirp. Analysis on how to write chirps. So nice. Toga party. Some eggs were thrown and bottles broken during the celebration, commented a representative. Very nice. Okay, so I'm actually just gonna run this straight across. I don't know why I was trying to curve it. It looks like close enough a 90-degree angle to me. It's about as 90 as I've ever seen it. I do, however, want to turn off this traffic light. There is no reason for that to be a traffic light. I'm just gonna turn it into a yield. Make sure that's not a traffic light. Nope. All right. So let's go ahead and move the cafeteria back. So I'm gonna do the cafeteria there. And actually, across from the cafeteria, instead of putting the statue, which I don't even think I can put in the middle there, I'm gonna put the statue somewhere else in a second. Bad if I just deleted the statue? No, I'm gonna put it there for a moment. So what if across from the cafeteria we had a nice grassy study area? It's just a little too... It's a little too big. That's okay. Not a big deal. We'll move the academic statue across from there. We'll put some other stuff. Does it fit right there? No, I've tried that before. Alright, we'll put the academic statue there. Yeah, put the academic statue there. And again, the detailing will take place later. So, let's go ahead and see what else we can place. I guess maybe I should go ahead and think about placing the tram depot. Alright, I think I'm gonna disturb this high school. I know I spent a ton of last episode building up the schools, but I think sometimes things just need to be changed. So, I'm actually just going to turn this around. I'm going to delete that road and that road. Make this a nice big area. Ooh, that's gross. Look at that. We're going to smooth that out. Smooth, smoothie, smooth, smooth. I guess it's weird to me that that's not... I'm going to make it the same height as this node right there. Okay, that changed a little bit. So I'll set up the tram later. So let's see what else we have. And we can put over by the student area. Study hall. So that's a big building. Let's see what other big buildings we have. School of Law. Alright, I already know. I think I'm gonna have to take over all of that area, but we shall see. So we have the chess club, media lab. Can I fit the media lab in? I kind of want to just leave this area nice and open, but I feel like I gave the old main just a little bit too much space. So what if instead of having it go up. Well, no, because that would be weird, because it wouldn't be able to go behind. I could flip these, though. and put this here. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and I switched these things around to kind of give me some more space back there. So what I did is I moved the University Administration building here. Interesting. And I off-centered the fountain, apparently. So let me fix that. There we go. Okay, so we fixed that. And then what that means is I messed these guys up. There we go. Okay, so we have the cafeteria and the bookstore. We have the nice fountain area here, which I'm just gonna... Again with the centering. Close enough. Yeah, so I moved the administration building there, and for right now, the commencement office is here, but I think that that's going to end up being moved, because I just want to kind of open up some of the space. With the university office being there, if you notice, the commencement office doesn't really fit anywhere else. Doesn't even really fit there. So, I mean, I could attempt to put it on one of these sides, and I'm sure I can move it elsewhere as well, but for now, I think I'm going to put it there, and we can move it at a later time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make these connections right here. Very nice, very nice. Okay. So what else do we have? I know, yeah, so let's go ahead and stick a library in here. So we want the students to be able to... I'm going to delete the statue. I'll put one later. So we want the students to be able to go to class, go to the library, get everything really close to where they're at. So let's create a little library area. So I know... What happened if I anarchied that in right there? Yeah, it overlaps just a little. But it fits so nicely in that space. Turn anarchy off. I could put it over here. I could tuck it in that corner. Put it there. Let's see. Should I put it across from the cafeteria? That might be kind of nice. Or what if I put it... I don't want it next to the tram station because that would be a little loud. I could tuck it next to the elementary school. Nah, I think... There's not a whole lot. I might be able to put the clubs right there. So I'm actually going to go ahead. I'm going to take this. And we're going to fit it in this block here. I'm going to fit it nice and across from the library. Or across from the cafeteria, pardon me. And then I'm going to start sticking some of our clubs in this area. Groundskeeping there. We can make this a nice little outdoor area. Yeah, I feel like we're wasting just a lot of space. But I guess that happens when you don't use a gridded system, or a highly gridded system, right? So, we still have some other areas. You know what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to run this pathway over here. We're going to connect it there. And I'm going to put the outdoor study... I'm going to put the outdoor study over here. So you can kind of get your lunch, go to the bookstore, study here. It's right across from the library. I don't remember if this one I can make connections to. I think I can do it with Anarchy, but I unfortunately don't think... Yeah. So this is not one of the ones you can actually make connections to. But I like to fake it just because it kind of looks weird if you don't have a connection there. So let's fake some connections. I don't actually think anyone will use these connections, but it's nice to seem like this extends a little more. And we'll fill up this space with some more of these tiles. And then we'll connect it there, but I wonder if we can pull... I wonder if we can trick the game into thinking that that's a connection. And allowing them to use it, huh? We do... Turn off snapping. Just do it right. I wonder if someone will use that. Let's see. Well, it doesn't look like anybody's using that, but that's not to say that someone won't. Just right now, there's nothing really to use that for. And then I'm going to make... I guess I can make a connection here. So I wonder if I take that, I highlight all of these, and that, and I just move it along. Can I stick a pathway behind here? I'm sure I can. I'm gonna turn snapping back on. Oops, yeah, okay, I turned snapping back on. Look at that, I can. How nice. Put one right there. Oops, and that way we can add something else there. And I bet you I'll do the same thing, but I will make it... Where's the back of the cafeteria? Right there? Not quite. Not quite. Not quite. That's close, but... I might just do that instead. And to make things symmetrical, or at least close enough to being symmetrical, I'm going to add that. So our campus is really coming together, and I'm really happy with how this is looking. So let's keep going. So... let's take, I think the College of Medicine might be nice to stick in here. So let's go ahead and stick the college, and look how nice that fits. Oh my goodness. That fits almost perfectly right there. And again, it's nice and close to the dormitories. I mean, this is great. All right, so what better to put near the College of Medicine than a hospital? And voila. You know what I might do is I'm actually going to scoot this over. Scoot this over a little bit. Just kind of play, move it a little bit, because I still really like that that breaks the grid. And then I'm going to move this over just a little. Give it a little bit more, a little bit less room on this side. Put a couple trees and call it a day. So I'm going to rezone this area here. Wow, I really screwed up the zoning. Sorry, zoning. Oops. Screwed it up again. Stick that there. Stick that there. I don't really want that residential. I would actually prefer that currently to be... there we go. Commercial words. So I think that's kind of looking really nice. It's across from the commercial zones. It just looks gorgeous. And I like having the hospital right there. But now I need to determine if I want that hospital or if I want this hospital. So this hospital is like a lot taller than the College of Medicine. But let's place it down and take a look. But which one is more like... this one kind of looks a little bit older than this one. But this is just an odd... kind of just an odd hospital, but I think it looks a little bit more like a college hospital, I guess. Alright, so I'm going to make this connection here. Will bicyclists use this connection? I think so. I think so, right? Because I want to make sure that bicyclists can use these paths. Not that they would, but I want to make sure they can. So let's make these connections. So I've made some connections there. So we have a College of Medicine. What else do we have to place? School of Science. How big is this? Oh, this is huge. And it goes a weird direction. Let's check out the School of Law. Also huge, also weird direction. This high school is looking less and less like I want it there. And more like I kind of want to move it. I would be putting it, again, where I just put the tram. I mean, I suppose I don't have to put together everything in this one area. But it would be nice. So let's go ahead and see what else I got. So what do I want near... What do I want near the School of Medicine? I think another library. I mean, when you have so many students, you want more than one library. So let's put like a medical library over here. That'd be kind of nice. Put like a nice medical library. I wonder if I scoot this over. Okay. No, I liked it where it was before. A little bit better. Okay, so then we're gonna run that there. Create a path connection, which of course deleted this path connection. Because it rounded, and that's... I don't know that that's gonna be a valid path connection. No, I don't think it's gonna be a valid path connection. So, I might anarchy in a path connection there. And then... Okay, so now it's being used. So if I scoot this over a little bit, and I scoot... Oh, oops. Opened a portal to the abyss. I'd like to not do that again. Ah, that would be why. That road went down a little bit. So what if I bring this up to like that? Okay, so now I might not open a portal to the abyss here. No, I still opened a portal to the abyss. What happened to my grading? I had made it flat. I had made it flat. I bet she was just turning in on itself. That's probably what's happening. So let's bring that up to... Oops. I want to bring that up to this height. Maybe that'll stop it from doing some weird things. Okay, so far we have kind of a nice connected network of things. We've not put in a study hall. Let's put in a study hall, shall we? So here's the library. Groundskeeping study hall. Oh, that's right. This was kind of an awkward shaped building. So I could put it over here by the outdoor study area. I could put it back here and add a pathway to it. What do I want to do? I could put it there and move the dorm again. You know, I wonder if I run a path here and then try to put the study hall in. I know I said it was kind of based on the University of New Hampshire. I don't know that it's actually based on the University of New Hampshire anymore. I feel like I'm kind of just going with my own flow here. Again, only been to the East Coast less than a handful of times. And even then, you know, I didn't see any of the colleges. So I'm actually just gonna kind of futz with that. It fits in, not necessarily nicely. So let's take a look at this before I futz with it anymore. Again, I just think that having all of these services so close to students will end up being extremely beneficial. You really end up with a nice set of walkability. I mean, it's right on the track here. It really doesn't look that bad. You kind of have a little overlap there with the plants. I don't know. I just wish more things were closer to me when I went to college. I feel like that's why I'm kind of shoving everything into one area here. This would also be a great time to have Bob, the one where you can change kind of what comes with the building, so I could delete that bush. But overall, that one singular bush aside, I don't think it looks that bad. So, we have our dormitories. We have our study hall. We have our groundskeeping. Futsal club, again, I really want to put that if and when we put in sports stadiums, but apparently it's not going to happen here. We're still not even reaching our university availability, or, yeah, capacity yet. Outdoor study, gymnasium. We don't have a gymnasium either. Alright, hear me out. How about it would be to just take out... Oh, I'm just going to be plummeting population. How many schools are in here? Oh, 2 elementary... Oh, okay, that's a church and an elementary school and a high school. Alright. We're just gonna apologize. So I went ahead and I flattened out the land. I changed the road network just a little bit, deleted some stuff that was in here. And I took the University of Future City name and expanded the zoning. So this will allow us to put in some of our sporting arenas, potentially, as well as some other things. I'm also going to upgrade all of these roads, since it will be on our university campus, to bike paths to allow some bikeability for our students. And honestly, we may re-upgrade them to tram stops once I'm done with this, but I won't know until I start to put trams in. So I think I want to create closer to a 90-degree angle. So let's go ahead, fix this little bit of tearing. Oh, it's because it made it a bridge. Oh, jeez. I kind of want to see what these people are seeing as they're walking downhill, because yikes, we have some grade issues, which I will probably fix on the next episode, because fixing them right now doesn't make any sense. But I don't want this to be a bridge. I want this to be on the ground. So we're going to upgrade this, put it on the ground. Do I dare look at what that slope is? Oh man, we're going to need some... Yikes. Anyway, ignoring that. Oh. Ignoring all of that. Let's go ahead and put in some stadiums. American Football Stadium, University of Future Name Chirpers. I kind of like the yellow. Come on, come on. Match security. Yeah, I typically like match security. Subsidized youth is just too expensive. So now that we have that, let's go to the University of Future Name and go to varsity sports. So we are the CollabTown Northeast Chirpers. So $30 tickets. We're gonna just 50% it up because we can get a decent amount of money and a decent amount of happiness. We're gonna stay the Chirpers. I kind of like the yellow. I think we're just gonna keep it. Hiring more coaching. I'm gonna take it down to 10 coaches, and I'm gonna make it an even $700 for the cheerleading budget. Even 700? 699, 702. Well, 702 is at least an even number. Cool. All right, well, I'm really happy with that. That makes me ecstatic. And so I think, I guess the question is do I want campus housing by the football stadium? Let's look at the noise. Yikes. Okay. Yeah, yikes. We're gonna have to change some of these to offices too, I would imagine at some point. So, I don't have parking garages. Let's see what else I need to put in here, huh? So, let's look at our info panel. We need 800 students. Education, there it is. University. Yeah, so we're not even quite at our capacity yet. So, let's think for a second and see what else we can add to really continue. Yeah, I know we need our School of Law. And I know we need our School of Science, which we can add elsewhere in the city as we get bigger. As we expand, we can actually expand our campus area. I'm really liking the campus area. It's feeling really close to being complete, at least the main campus area, in my opinion. We do still need a media lab, so I might stick... You know what? I might delete this pathway and stick the media lab right there, because we do need a media lab. For all those STEM, or STEAM. Where'd it go? Dormitory, study hall, groundskeeping, auditorium. There are still a couple buildings we don't have. I literally just had it. Where did it go? Media lab, there we go. Sometimes a little bit of anarchy is just what you need. You can't even tell. Within the bush. It looks really nice. I really like it. I think it's coming along well. Universities are one of the things I really, really enjoy building. But then I get a little stressed out with it because I feel like I'm not doing universities justice. Ooh, I am gonna stick the auditorium over here. Our auditorium when I went to college was near the potential performances, lectures, yeah, was near a lot of the study areas, you know, so you know what, I wonder if we put it here so students can come around. I'm gonna run a pathway over here, but you know, they have their lecture hall here. You could do lectures for the College of Medicine. This would be a nice green space, so let's go ahead and run some pathways, shall we? So we got a lot of walkability for these students. almost like a fish-shaped roundabout, I guess. We got an elementary school, and yeah, it's a little oddly placed, but I'm sure that, you know, I'm sure it could be like for the faculty members who teach. All right, so we got a hospital there. Oh, this is a fire. This fire. Okay, so I actually don't mind the fire there. I might actually stick a police station there as well. We have a hospital right there. So I don't know that we actually need this medical clinic anymore. Let's see what happens when we delete it. Yeah, you guys are unhappy, but we have really good coverage. So, this one too. Oops, resume. I just saw it. There it is. Okay, so the only thing I really want to make sure I move is the crematorium. And as kind of weird as it would be, I don't feel like it would be out of place near the College of Medicine for the sole purpose that I feel like post-mortem medicine. Let's see, post-mortem. You know, you could go over there and perform autopsies, and I don't know. I just feel like it makes sense to kind of be in this general area. But, you know, maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, and then we have... What in the world is going on there? No. So let's go ahead and let's stick a police station over here as well. We got a European one, so let's go ahead and stick it with the European theme. Got a nice European firehouse, a nice European police station. We got good coverage, very nice. Alright, so let's see if we've met our demands. We're close. We're meeting it, and our university eligibility is there. It's close. So 2 more things I'm going to do before I spend a little bit of time detailing is I want to add some places. So first off, I want to add a specific district to the college campus, at least this part of the college campus to start. Because both college kids and sports fans should have a place to be able to eat and go to bars or go hang out with friends, right? And so I want this to kind of have a college town feel, and we're not playing with district themes, so I can't make it a theme, so we're going to call it College Square, even though it's a rectangle. So I mean, we have a European theme, right? That's it. If we were playing with the theme manager, I'd make it a university theme for the buildings. But we're not, and that's okay. So we're going to add tax relief for low density commercial. Cool. So I think over here I'm going to add a little bit of commercial just so that people visiting the stadium have some places to go. And then you also have a little bit of commercial for these students, right? And in the next episode, I'm going to add some university housing maybe up in here. But again, without theme manager, it's a little hard. So we'll kind of see what happens next episode. But while this grows in... Ooh, I am hemorrhaging money. What happened? Weekly education expenses. Yeah, that'll do it. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to really up that. But let's go ahead and put the tram back in. So we have our tram. So I think the last thing we're going to do is we're going to set up some offices here, block some of the noise and some of the ugly view. Maybe the same right here. Sorry, houses. So just to kind of give some of these people a break from the noise, my goodness. Yeah, I'm not going to fix that just yet. I'll do that later. So yeah, gonna put some offices in there, get some noise. Ah, look. Oh, I forgot to set a... No! I was gonna set a specialization. Nightlife. Hotel. Restaurants and other activities. We're gonna do a tourism specialization. I don't want hotels though. Let me see if I can look up leisure. And what type of buildings there are. Nightclubs, cafes, restaurant, okay, and tourism. No. Alright, so let's go and just try leisure, and worst case, we just change it. So those two buildings are gonna have to go away. And we'll be good to go. So I think I am going to start detailing. And when I'm done detailing, we will be done for the episode, and we will reconvene next time. I have finished the detailing on the University of Future City name, and I think it looks pretty good. There are still some, some things that I'm going to be adjusting later, but for now, I'm actually pretty happy with how it turned out. This blank space you see over here, that's going to be offices when the needs are in. And overall, I am ecstatic with how things are turning out. I spent a little bit of time looking at the transit usage that the tram around the university has, and it's full. We're going to need a higher capacity form of transit here very quickly. But for now, I think I'm going to call it there. And oh, there are trees in buildings. There we go, fix that. When I was laying some trees down, I guess I still had tree anarchy on. So I'm going to fix a couple of those things as I see it. But yeah, so I added... Oh, no. Oh, well. Anyway, I added lots of trees. Apparently, a lot then went away when I tried to fix it up. Yeah, I make a lot of mistakes. But that's okay. That's part of building your city, right? So, yeah. So I think I'm going to call it here for today. I have one more episode before I pass it off. I had said initially that Joy Build Cities was going to be next, but we're actually going to have, I think it's Basilarus will be next. Let me take a quick look. Belisarius will be next. Nope. Belisarius is our new member. Belgium is going to be next. So they will be receiving the city, and I will be back at a later day. But for now, let's take a quick, well, I was going to say city tour, but let's take a quick university tour.